Companies, I encourage you to call my friend Laz Kulchar from Automated Systems. Automated Systems is a software and systems integration company that specializes in companies that are required to meet FDA compliance requirements. Automated Systems will create a custom solution for your business that will make your production lines, facilities, and plants run more efficiently. Imagine less downtime, more speed, and fewer rejects. From Fortune 500 to startup, ASI delivers solutions for your toughest automation challenges. For information, I encourage you to talk to Laz at Automated Systems. Call 844-HIRE-ASI or visit hireasi.com. That's 844-HIRE-ASI, 844-HIRE-ASI, or online at hireasi.com.
I struggled with symptoms like frequent gas and stomach pain for years.
I was bloated all the time with daily diarrhea.
At first, I thought it was what I was eating.
I kept thinking it was stomach issues.
So I did my research and talked to my doctor, and we finally uncovered the truth.
It was actually EPI. Exocrine pancreatic insufficiency, or EPI, is a condition where your pancreas is unable to help break down your food.
It can lead to symptoms like diarrhea, gas, bloating, stomach pain, unexplained weight loss, and oily stools.
And EPI symptoms can be confused with those of other common digestive conditions, like irritable bowel syndrome, Crohn's, and celiac disease.
So getting to the right diagnosis meant being more open with my doctor about the severity of my symptoms and how often they were happening.
But there's good news. EPI is manageable, so don't wait any longer. Use the symptom checker at identifyepi.com and schedule a visit or call with your doctor to ask, could I have EPI?
Sponsored by AbbVie.
Your business is ready for a reboot, a recharge. The way our companies operate has changed. The changes haven't been easy, but there's help. The marketing team at Salem Surround gives you the tools needed to stand out and be visible to current and potential customers online right now looking for what you do. We can design a plan that targets potential customers with proven marketing strategies. Learn more at surroundchicago.com. That's surroundchicago.com, connecting you with new customers.
AM 560, The Answer. Prepare to have your mind opened. The lies of the mainstream media are about to be exposed, and the hypocrisy of the left is about to be revealed. This is a revolution in how you think about politics, race, and culture. You've tuned into Black and Right with John Anthony on AM 560, The Answer.
Welcome to Black and Right on AM 560, The Answer. As you know, we're getting ready to shake that tree to see what liberal nuts fall out of it. I can't get rid of this guy. I mean, you know, this will be now, the third week that this individual wanted to come back into the studio. It's like, man, he's like fleas. You can't get rid of him.
Come on, man. You know I'm a political junkie. There's just so much going on. I have to talk about it.
That voice you heard is my friend, the troublemaker, Verlon Galloway. Welcome back, man.
Hey, thanks for having me.
We got a lot of stuff to talk about today. I mean, Madigan resigning, the budget, the Illinois budget, $41.7 billion. How do we get it? I don't know, because, I mean, I could have sworn a whole year we basically lost a lot of revenue in this state because of the decisions of one person and not the decision of everybody, including the Illinois legislative body. I'm excited that Jeannie Ives will be joining us today. We're going to be talking about Madigan stepping down in the budget. And we're also going to be talking about her new venture, Breakthrough Ideas, where I think that's going to be something that's sorely needed. You know, Jeannie is somebody who's not afraid, and she doesn't back down. So I'm excited about having her on as well. And we got a lot of stuff to talk about. Rush Limbaugh passing away.
Yes.
Yeah. There is no John Anthony. I don't even think I would have come out of the closet as a Republican without Rush Limbaugh. I was still a Democrat, registered Democrat, and he was the first talk radio person I've ever heard. You know, we didn't have cars. So growing up, we didn't have too many cars, and we didn't listen to far right-wing radio. And Rush Limbaugh was somebody, and right after I introduced our second guest co-host, because, you know, I wanted a little black squirrel in here today. You know, Former 14th congressional candidate Jerry Evans. You're also the owner of a music company as well, Jerry. What's the name of the music company?
Yeah, so I own a music school.
Oh, he came out loud.
Oh, wow! Look out! Look out! Watch the game there. I come from a family of singers, so we know how to project.
Uh-oh.
But by the way, John, thanks for having me on the show.
Hey,
It's
no
an honor
problem.
to be here. So I own a music school in Wheaton, Illinois, and it is just called Jerry Evans School of Music.
Yeah.
So I own a music school and a commercial property out there.
Jerry Evans. Sounds so regal, doesn't it? Jerry Evans School of Music, not School of Rock. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah.
But I'm really excited to have you both in here because I'm going to be perfectly honest with you guys. I got no sleep last night. Pray for my wife. She has a toothache right now. She's like, oh.
Those are the worst.
Those are the worst. And it kept her up all night. So if it kept her up all night, it kept me up all night. Yeah. So, but I want to get right at this because Rush Limbaugh is somebody, man. You know, I saw so many of the nasty, vile, vitriolic stuff that was said about him on his passing. Can the man rest in peace?
Yeah.
But I also was watching. Forget what I don't know if I was just on Facebook and it came. No, I was on Twitter. And I saw a Hannity interview. Hannity was interviewing Bo Snerdley. Bo knows Rush Limbaugh better than pretty much anybody that's out there.
Yeah.
You know, so and I just want to play this audio clip. It's a minute and 59 seconds. I'm going to play it all because I think Rush Limbaugh was worth it, and I think my friend who's going to come on the show. We've been going back and forth in emails. James Bo Snerdley, Golden. That's it. People don't even know he's black. Did you know that? Did you know he's black?
Of course, I know.
I did.
But when did you find out?
Well,
be honest. Don't lie.
I was listening to Rush before Snerdley.
I hated what I said. I said, when did you find out Bo was black?
I knew. I'm trying to tell you, I knew right off from Jump Street.
Oh.
Because that's what I'm trying to tell you. Rush saved me from doing what you just did, having to clear up why you was a registered Democrat first. I was listening to Rush when I was 15 years old, and he taught me how to be a Republican, not a conservative, a Republican, before I was able to vote at 18.
Well, I said Republican. Didn't I say Republican?
You said you were a registered Democrat,
right?
And then I was never a Democrat, ever.
Well,
I'm proud to say that.
But I know both sides of the aisle.
I don't want to know the other side of the aisle.
I think it helps though when you know how they think, and when you know how they operate. Because I was part of the Madigan daily Madigan machine, though. 53rd, as I always say, 21st Ward, 53rd precinct.
Hey, but we all have to evolve. It was just maybe 10 years.
You want to fight already?
Yeah.
You want to fight already?
Yes, I do. But I only became.
We can do this.
I
will help you.
We're gonna do it. But I've only become a conservative in the past maybe 8 to 9 years. So I was a Republican first, and I had to evolve from that to being a conservative.
And, there's so many people who don't want to wear the Republican moniker. I proudly wear it. I'm not afraid to wear it, especially, Charles Love and I used to have an argument about this. It's easier to be a black conservative than it is to be a black Republican, because you're not beholden to a party ideology in so many regards. But when you put the scarlet letter of the Republican, black Republican in front of your name, what breaks loose.
That's true.
But I wanted to play what Bo had to say, and I hope everybody really listens to the words that one of Rush Limbaugh's best friends, and he treated him like an equal. He didn't treat him like, he was subservient to. He treated him like an equal. Here it is, Bo Snerdley.
Rush is, to me, a second-generation founding father. This went beyond radio. This went beyond politics. What Rush did for America, one man changed so many trajectories in this country. When Rush began his career, there were 1,200 radio stations roughly doing the talk radio format. Today, there are over 12,000. The number of print conservative publications, very few. Today, it's a flourishing market. There was no Fox TV. There was nowhere on TV that you could get conservative ideology, that you could get the values that represent what most Americans believe, until Rush He changed the media. He changed the landscape. Rush Limbaugh's radio show grew for over 30 years. This is unheard of. And our audience, from small children all the way up through the senior of senior citizens. And beyond all of those accomplishments, Rush Limbaugh was one of the finest human beings that you would ever want to meet. A generous, wonderful, beautiful spirit, humble, a gentleman, always, never failed to thank people for the smallest service that they could do to him, never looked down on people. It burns me to my soul when people sully his reputation with falsehoods, calling him a racist. This man was just an incredible phenomenon. And we love you, Rush. God bless you. And thank you, Sean, for having me with you to talk about Rush.
Bo Snerdley.
Yeah.
Talking about his mentor,
Wow.
Rush Limbaugh. Where was he wrong?
I couldn't put it in any better words than that. I mean, I couldn't. I can't say anything better than that.
Yeah.
I tweeted out that I feel the deepest sorrow for his wife and family, and that's about as, the best words I can put it in. That right there, what I just heard, it shuts me up. There's nothing you can say. I don't even know how the left can even say anything behind that.
Yeah, and there's a time for everything, and now is a time for honor.
Yeah.
I mean, Rush Limbaugh needs to be honored for what he did. I called my father, his name was also Jerry, on the way to the show today.
Mm-hmm.
And my father, was in his 60s, and he became a conservative in 1972.
Oh, wow.
But from 72 to 88, there was this vacuum. He just couldn't seem to find anyone that really resonated with what he believed when it comes to standing up for conservative values in the Constitution and for law and order and all those other things we care about. And then in 1988, he discovered Rush Limbaugh. And I grew up. I was born in 83, and I grew up. I remember just all the drives I took everywhere. Yeah. Guess what was on? Rush Limbaugh. And it's a tough day for a lot of us, for all of us, especially my father, who's listened to Rush for decades. Yeah. And Rush, I think you could also say I think today you could also say the word coattails. Yeah. I mean, he has a legacy as a pioneer, and the coattails he has produced with people like John Anthony, Ben Shapiro, Daily Wire, all these other companies.
Mark Levin.
Sean Hannity, Mark Levin. I mean, you can go on and on and on and on and on, but people with conservative values or family values have voices because of the pioneering that Rush did.
Yeah. When we come back from a break, I want to continue this conversation because I think people, just like people didn't get Trump, people didn't get Rush. And what I loved about Rush, he would take the left's own words and use it against them, and they thought it was his words. Yeah. They thought it was Rush. Like the perfect examples, Barack the Magic Negro. That was from an LA Times article. Rush did not create that.
But he said it.
He
said it, and that pissed the ball.
But that was the genius of Rush Limbaugh.
Yeah.
More when we come back from the break about what do he call himself? The Maharishi.
Yes.
Yeah.
More with talking about Rush Limbaugh when we come back. I'm John Anthony, host of Black and Right. We'll be right back.
Chicago's Morning Answer with Dan Proft and Amy Jacobson.
There's more spread of fecal matter to the mouth to spread COVID than there is droplets.
I don't know who those people are hanging out with, but those are not my friends. Right. We got the Chinese anal swabs that are going to be popularized at the airports.
Soon coming to a neighborhood near you, as well as the drive-through anal swab.
Can you pull a little closer to the window, sir? Yes.
Start your day with Chicago's Morning Answer. Weekday mornings starting at 5 on AM 560. The Answer.
A great smile can make you feel happy and confident. So when you consciously conserve your teeth, that glowing smile will show through. At Best Dental Group, Doctors Economos, Gavalis, and their staff are ready to help you create that perfect look or maintain the one you have now. Along with general dentistry, Best Dental Group is a multidisciplined practice with an orthodontist, periodontist, and prosthetic specialists on site. They use the newest breakthroughs in dental technology, such as titanium implants, Invisalign clear braces, and laser treatments. Don't let fear get in the way. They can recommend sedation to make your experience as comfortable as possible. Best Dental Group is located in historic downtown Bartlett and is a multilingual office. Call 630-830-4930. That's 630-830-4930. Or visit bestdental.org. Best Dental Group, sharing your conservative values and helping you to conserve your teeth.
Balance of Nature's fruits and vegetables in a capsule, changing the world one life at a time.
Oh, yeah, we love it. Matter of fact, my husband and I go every 6 months for checkups. I'm 72 and he's 69, and our blood work's good. And so the doctor asked me in January, what are you doing? Just like the commercial. And I told her Balance of Nature. I was telling her about the price and what it does. So my doctor said she was supposed to start ordering it too. So I just want to say thank you. And we're not liking it. We're loving it.
Get a wide variety of all your daily recommended servings of whole fruits and vegetables without having to leave your home. Right now, Balance of Nature is offering free shipping and 35% off on any new preferred order. Call 800-2468-751. That's 800-2468-751. Or by going to balanceofnature.com and make sure to receive this special radio offer by using discount code CHICAGO.
I struggled with symptoms like frequent gas and stomach pain for years.
I was bloated all the time with daily diarrhea.
At first, I thought it was what I was eating.
I kept thinking it was stomach issues.
So I did my research and talked to my doctor, and we finally uncovered the truth.
It was actually EPI. Exocrine pancreatic insufficiency, or EPI, is a condition where your pancreas is unable to help break down your food.
It can lead to symptoms like diarrhea, gas, bloating, stomach pain, unexplained weight loss, and oily stools.
And EPI symptoms can be confused with those of other common digestive conditions, like irritable bowel syndrome, Crohn's, and celiac disease.
So getting to the right diagnosis meant being more open with my doctor about the severity of my symptoms and how often they were happening.
But there's good news. EPI is manageable, so don't wait any longer. Use the symptom checker at identifyepi.com and schedule a visit or call with your doctor to ask, could I have EPI?
Sponsored by AbbVie.
Back to Black and Right with John Anthony on AM 560. The Answer.
Barack, the magic Negro, lives in D.C. The L.A. Times, they call him that 'cause he's not authentic like me. Yeah, the guy from the L.A. paper said he make guilty whites feel good. They'll vote for him and not for me 'cause he's not from the hood.
Oh, God.
See, real black.
Wow.
Welcome back to Black and Right on AM 560 The Answer. I'm your host, John Anthony. That was the Barack the Magic Negro, actually taken from an article of the Los Angeles Times. But for so many years, even to today, people still believe that Rush Limbaugh came up with that.
Yeah, it's not just that. It's the fact that a white guy said it.
Yeah.
You're just banned from saying certain words. And it's normal words now that you just can't say.
Right.
I couldn't be a white guy. I tell my white friends all the time, I can't be white. You be calling me all kinds of Nazi.
No, I think you could. You know why? Because you don't fear this foolishness. I think, Valon, you would push back and fight against the foolishness that's happening today. Because I know I would.
I would.
Well, see, I'm part white, though.
But you are.
I'm blackish, right?
Yeah, you're blackish.
You ain't black.
That's what Joe Biden told me. But that's true, though. That's true. And then when you have this conversation, you're cooning, you're cooning for the white man. It's like, no, it's foolishness. People should be able to say what they want to say. Right. I'm not part of any canceling. I'm not part of censoring anybody. I don't care what you believe. That's why when it came to the NFL, I still watch football games. I'm not part of the cancel culture.
Me too.
I don't cancel anybody.
Yeah. Yeah, and I think that, Verlin, I think you said it well. Think about this. I feel that. A lot of times I feel that it's difficult for me to say things in the same way that someone else might, or a black person can, just because the color of my skin is white. Think about this. My marriage is multiracial. My wife is half Asian. My brother's black, and
Wait. Can I stop you? Why do white people whisper what they say?
What? They got. See, that's what I'm saying.
I didn't whisper. Whoa! Hey! I did not whisper. Maybe it came across that way.
You're kind of watching yourself a minute.
But what I want to say is, I mean, my wife is half Asian. My brother's black. My family is very multiracial.
Right.
Yet at the same time, I understand that, hey, there's an outrage mob and there's a cancel culture that doesn't actually care about truth.
Right.
That I have to think twice or 3 times before I say something so that someone doesn't take me out of context or say something incorrectly. And so I'm a person that I love every ethnicity, love every race, and I just love all the different peoples that God has created on this earth. Yet, Verlin, I feel that.
And your faith lends a lot of that, though. Who you are as a believer in Christ. That lends to a lot of how you feel and view people.
Hey, John.
Yeah.
Can I allow a little bit of contrast?
Yeah, go ahead.
With a little bit of similarity. I also have a half Asian wife and black siblings, but I take a slightly different approach. I let loose with every single thing.
Yeah.
And keep the bar as low as possible. That way I can never disappoint them, and they're just used to me.
Now, see, that's the guy I want to hang out with.
That's why I love Half Daddy. But he's right. See, I'm sorry. I'm sorry, but I'm not sorry. Demi Moore. Not Demi Moore. What's the young lady? Sorry, but not sorry. Whatever her name is.
I don't know.
But I'm not sorry. I'm sick. And listen, man, I'm telling you, the only way you cancel culture is for you white people to wake up and tell them where to go.
Yeah.
And tell them to get, the heck away from me.
Yeah.
That's the only way the cancel culture is canceled. That's right. Is you look at them, because here's the deal about it. They are violent. They are very violent. And they're violent with their words. Yeah. And you just look at them. And you said, you got 2 seconds to get away from me, or you'll be picking up your teeth.
You know what's interesting, if I could be frank with you on this one, is that for me, coming from the background that I come from and me caring so much about other races and ethnicities, you know what? With me being honest about my positions, whether it be conservative positions or my Christian positions on things regarding race, you know what? You know who I've felt the most backlash and most pressure from?
Republicans.
It's other white people.
Yeah.
The white.
Think about that. Think about that. I've actually felt more backlash, and I won't say who, but I remember actually, someone. I put up a post one time for Martin Luther King Jr. Day, and someone put a response post. I think on that. I don't remember what it was, but I think that was indicative of how white people just seem to come at me if I don't seem to agree with the progressivist. Way of seeing race.
We call them regressive.
Yeah.
They're not progressive.
So I like that. The regressivist way of thinking.
One question.
Yeah.
White men or white women? Which one do you get the most pushback?
White men.
Wow, that's shocking.
I was about to say, I heard it was white women.
It is.
Well,
white liberal women.
White liberal.
Make the distinction.
You're right.
It could be generally that maybe there's more white liberal women who would do that. But again, as a guy, I've got other guy friends, that I may have, went to school with or grew up with or know from different things. Yeah. And, people have gone after me because of my positions on things.
But that's why Rush just befuddled them, because he would basically use their own arguments against him.
Yep.
And it's the same with Donald Trump. And that's why I think people who didn't get Rush, I knew they wouldn't get Donald Trump.
Huh. Yeah.
I knew they wouldn't get him because I mean, look at what's happening with the canceling the Republicans. Donald Trump brought more people to the Republican Party than any president ever. Think about that, except Lincoln, because Lincoln created the party. But you get what I'm saying. Donald Trump, 74 million people came to vote for Donald Trump, right?
Yeah.
That means 12% of the black vote. He had 17% of black men. I think it was like 6% of black women. The Latino vote, especially in Florida, 30-some% increase. Yeah. And you want to cancel those people? Vlon, Jerry, how does that make sense? Make it make sense to me.
Do you want to go first?
Well, okay. I'm going to say it like
I don't want to stop you.
This was a defining moment for a lot of Republicans. And this is, I hope I have enough time. I wanted to mix it up with you about exactly this.
Look at you.
I can understand you canceling the Kissingers, the Cheneys, and maybe Mitch McConnell to a degree, because I've heard it all week. Everybody, maybe even McCarthy a little bit, but he backtracked what he had to say. But
we're gonna fight on this.
We about to fight on this. We're about to fight on this last.
Again,
one.
I will help you.
We're about to fight on this last one. But I kind of draw my line in the sand when you want to cancel somebody like Nikki Haley. I heard a lot of vitriol when it comes to Nikki Haley. Now, I'm going to tell you something about Nikki Haley. When they played the gender card on Trump, she stood with him. When they played the race card on Trump, about the Confederate flag and everything else, she stood with him. She took a lot of hits from governor to ambassador, all the way until she said, okay, it's time for me to take a break. Now, she planted her flag in the sand when it came to, I'm not going to say insurrection, I'm going to say the riot on the Capitol. Okay, so she said, okay, this is why I get off the train, because she's eyeing 2024.
Yeah, but she still shouldn't have said it's Trump's fault. I'm sorry. Anybody? Oh, he come to fight.
Listen.
No, I'm going to let Jerry go because you made your point, right?
All right.
You know, you can talk a lot.
Yeah, and I think
I love you, bro.
To go back to your question, John, like, how does this happen? How are people so vitriolic towards people like us in regards to race issues? And I think that, to be honest with you, I think time and time again, I think I'm disappointed, even sometimes disgusted and infuriated by people's lack of desire to go ahead and find out the truth, but instead rest their decisions upon their emotional feelings.
Yeah. That's right.
Like, emotions matter, right? Emotions, we were created with emotions, but the thing is, we can't keep disagreeing with facts because of how we feel.
Right.
One quick question: aren't we playing the left's game when we start canceling our own party, especially somebody like Nikki Haley?
You said you want to cancel McConnell and all those guys, right?
I said to a degree.
No, guess what? Here's the greatest weapon. Here's the greatest tool of canceling anybody that's an elected official. The very next election, you do what needs to be done to make sure that they're out in an election. As far as telling them, listen, McConnell has a place in the party. Even Adam Kinzinger has a place in the party. As much as I disagree with him, the way you take these people out is through the ballot box.
Yeah.
Now, I may be, old school with that because, I come up 30 some odd years in politics. The next election is the greatest tool. I just drove past Scooters out in Shorewood. Great place if you've never been there.
Yeah.
There were over 150 people with their Tom McCullough and Scott Pressler doing an event to take out Adam Kinzinger. People are fired up and ready to go. Now, how do you channel that to the next election and keep that momentum to the next election?
Yeah.
You're listening to Black and White on AM 560 The Answer. I'm your host, John Anthony, live in the studio with Valon, the Troublemaker Galloway. I forgot what your nickname. Jerry Evans. We'll be right back.
Tickets for our next event, Biden, the first 100 days, presented by healthinsurancementors.com, have sold quickly, but overflow tickets are still available. Join AM 560's Sebastian Gorka, Dan Proft, Amy Jacobson, Steve Cortez, and Sean Thompson on March 20th in Lake Geneva for an evening of dinner and discussion about what to expect from the Biden administration and how to stop it. Tickets on sale now at 560theanswer.com/Biden. Sponsored in part by Dixon Companies.
I'm Roger Stern. The temperature is warming up in Texas after a polar blast left millions without electricity. Meanwhile, Texas Agriculture Commissioner Sid Miller admits that the state didn't show enough leadership.
ERCOT, our grid operators dropped the ball. They didn't winterize the power plants, any of them.
Miller speaking on Fox and Friends. New York Governor Andrew Cuomo faces another weekend of accusations that he was responsible for thousands of COVID deaths in nursing homes and then covered up the data. Democratic Assembly member Ron Kim says Cuomo, if he didn't retract his accusations against the governor.
He has abused me and my family by calling me and threatening my career in front of my kids.
Cuomo has denied threatening Kim. America is listening to Fox News.
Not everyone is as talented in the kitchen as an Italian grandma. Oh, the taste and aromas. But there is a place you can go to experience those wonderful feelings right now. Frankie's Deli, for everything Italian. In fact, Grandma would love to shop at Frankie's. Grab a sandwich, panini, or salad for lunch from the deli. Pick up your favorite specialty Italian grocery items, Italian wines, and daily fresh baked bread for dinner. Or leave the cooking to Frankie's Deli and stock up for the week with the best Italian meatballs and homemade Italian sausage. Frozen entrees like lasagna, ravioli, homemade soups, and delicious tiramisu for dessert. And when you're planning a family gathering or party, Frankie's Deli will set you up with a delicious spread from their huge catering menu. Whether you're taking home or enjoying a bite on their patio, for 56 years, Frankie's Deli at the northwest corner of Butterfield and Midwest Road in Oak Brook Terrace is the place for Italian deliciousness. Open 7 days a week. Go to myfrankiesdeli.com for the menu and to order ahead. That's myfrankiesdeli.com.
Does it feel like your house is getting smaller every day? Like the walls are closing in around you? If you're like most people, you're spending more time at home working, entertaining friends and family, and even doing e-learning with the kids. What if you can improve your lifestyle by turning your unfinished basement into a whole new world? Hi, I'm Nick Richmond, proud founder of the area's largest basement finishing company, Matrix Basement Systems. We've finished over 6,000 basements, and every single space is unique. We tailor the design, the planning, and the build-out around your needs and your lifestyle. Whether you're in need of a home gym, a home office, a theater area for movie night, or a lower-level bar for entertaining friends on a weekend, we've got you covered. For you loyal AM 560 listeners, we're also offering 60 months of interest-free financing. That's right, 5 years of free money towards your long-overdue basement finishing project. Don't keep putting it off. You don't have to. It's time to get you and your family that extra living space you deserve. Check us out online at mymatrixbasement.com. That's mymatrixbasement.com.
Sure, you've looked at your 401k and IRA statements and said, great, they're up. But then you look around and see the economy is not so great. Is Wall Street giving us a false sense of security? Tom Fortino and his team at the Alpha Wealth Group can help you navigate through these uncertain times. Imagine if you could retire comfortably and not have to worry about the market, the economy, or anything else that could put your dollars at risk. That's retiring with confidence. If you're serious, call Tom and the Alpha Wealth Group now for your complimentary retirement analysis, including asset protection, investments, estate and legacy planning, taxes, and the bedrock of any retirement, income. Call 630-934-1855. That's 630-934-1855. And at alphawealthgroup.com. The Alpha Wealth Group. Retirement made simple. Advisory services through Retirement Wealth Advisors, LLC, an SEC-registered investment advisor. Insurance and annuities offered through Alpha Wealth Group, licensed in Illinois.
Parents, are you happy with your children's at-home high school experience? Wondering if you're doing all you can to prepare them for the next step in their life? Check out Salem Career Hub online at salemcareerhub.com. Whether it's college prep school, a four-year university, an MBA, or learning real-world vocational skills needed to start a career, get connected with top-ranked online schools and leading skills-based short-term training programs like full-stack software development from the co-founder of Apple, Steve Wozniak, to online XR programs, teaching hands-on vocational courses for HVAC, welding, plumbing, facilities management, electricians, solar, and more, all at a special reduced Salem Career Hub price. Better your child's life through education. Our team of educational experts are available to help you Monday through Friday from 8 a.m. to 10 p.m. Central Time. Just call 866-711-6275, 866-711-6275, or online at salemcareerhub.com.
We now return to Black and Right on AM 560, The Answer. Here's John Anthony.
Welcome back to Black and Right on AM 560, The Answer. I'm your host with the most, John Anthony. Joined in studio by my good friend, he's the troublemaker Valon Galloway, and he's biting his lip right now because there's something he just can't wait to do. And joining us also, my tongue got tied there, Jerry Evans, former 14th congressional candidate, owner of Jerry Evans Music School.
Jerry Evans School of Music.
School of Music. Forgive me. How can I be so ignorant? But when I thought about today's show, and I thought about Mike Madigan stepping down, I thought about what was happening with the Illinois budget, $41.7 billion budget. And then I also saw that she had this new venture she's doing called Breakthrough Ideas. I served with her in the General Assembly. She's a tough, no nonsense. I'm telling you, if more white people had her push back and fight, the cancel culture wouldn't be the cancel culture.
Yep.
That person, my friend, Jeannie Eyes. Welcome back to Black and Right.
Well, thanks for having me on, John. It's great to hear your voice, and it's nice you got Jerry on with you. I think I owe Jerry a phone call, by the way.
Uh-oh.
So,
hey, Jeannie, we can still be friends.
Got to follow up. Okay, good, great.
So, Jeannie, what are your thoughts? Mike Madigan is no longer not only the Speaker of the House, but he's stepping down. But he's also maintaining, though, the chairmanship of the Democrat Party. What does that mean for the state of Illinois going forward?
Well, I don't know. I don't have a whole lot of hopes that it's going to change much in terms of our fiscal stability, which is nothing. There is no fiscal stability in this state. I think that he's still the center of power when it comes to Democrats, and he still controls the purse strings. And I think that, obviously he's not going to sit amongst just a regular state legislative body and pretend to sit in committee and be interested.
Yeah.
So I think it was just a matter of time before he was going to resign anyway. It's a little bit sooner than I thought, but I think he probably can control the map-making process from afar.
Yeah.
And he can still obviously control who gets elected to what offices with his being still the chairman of the Democrat Party. I think in Springfield, though, the center of gravity really shifts.
Yeah.
Oh, boy, choice of words there. The center of gravity really shifts to Governor Pritzker, obviously.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Because, what will the Republican Party run on now? Because now that, Mike Madigan is gone, they now actually have to run on something now. Because, the message of fire Mike Madigan.
Well, I know Mike Madigan, the least popular politician in the entire state. I think the last time they did an approval rating poll, it was at 13%. Nobody likes him on either side of the aisle.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, Republicans, rather than running on policy, always wanted to continue to run on personality. But Mike Madigan is a bad dude. He has literally, in 50 years of office, the last 20 years have been a debacle where he has absolutely, once he lost control of the speakership in the mid-'90s, you can really see the engines of power take hold in that man.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
And literally over the last 25 years, since that time frame, he has run the state into the hole.
He
I mean,
has.
you cannot have a worse-run state, and it's all under him. That is his legacy. His legacy is not what, passing marriage equality. His legacy is not putting in medical marijuana and then now
legalized.
Legalized marijuana. That is not his legacy. His legacy is the worst run state in the union under his control, his absolute 100% control.
And that's my next question, Jeannie. Because I recall when I first came into the General Assembly in 2013, I believe the budget was at like $32 billion. That was in 2013. And then how does the budget balloon by $8 billion in 8 years? And you and I both know that's not the true measure and the true number, because they're going to come back and pass some bill to basically cover what they didn't put out there to so-called call themselves balancing the budget. Am I right or am I wrong?
No, I remember, you and I entered the legislature at the same time. We took office in January of 2013, and after our first vote that went for Speaker Madigan on the Democrat side for Speaker, after the second vote for rules, the third vote that we dealt with was a supplemental appropriation to cover child care services for like $300 million because they never done the system. It was never corrected.
Right.
And so we've had budget gimmick after budget gimmick, and you and I sat there for years watching the same show year after year after year. They don't have a handle on their budget. This budget, he thinks he's going to bring in $41.7 billion. Yeah. He's spending about $41.588 billion according to his projected budget that I have in front of me.
Wow.
So he thinks he's going to save $120 million, but the truth is that there's no payment that I see for back bills.
Yeah.
At all, which sit at over $5 billion. But here, you know what? That's what we need to talk about. We need to talk very quickly about pensions.
Okay, can you hold on because we got to go on break, and I want to talk about that when we come back from the break. And I also want to talk about breakthrough ideas, what you're doing, and I'm sure Jerry and Verlon have some questions for you. But Jeannie, I'm telling you, I'm looking at just everything that's happening to this state, and I'm saying to myself, what is going on? Where are the people? Are the people will they vote to re-elect J.B. Pritzker for a second term? Will Lori Lightfoot win a second? I mean, it's like they single-handedly, both individuals, made decisions without anybody else. They made the decisions, and I'm looking at how are we surviving in Illinois? A whole year, we've lost a whole year of revenue. More of that when we return. Jeannie Ives, thank you so much. I can't wait to hear your story. We'll be right back.
Are you a driver of a Ford Power Stroke diesel engine? Tired of taking your Ford Power Stroke diesel in to be misdiagnosed or paying for repairs that don't fix the problem? Well, bring your vehicle to the diesel headquarters, Remke's Garage. The shop is equipped with state-of-the-art diagnostic equipment and highly trained technicians. Take it to the experts. Take it to Remke's Garage. Remke's Garage specializes in Ford Power Stroke, Chevy Duramax, Dodge Cummins, Mercedes Sprinter, and Isuzu diesel engines and transmission repairs. At Remke's, they'll make your vehicle repairs convenient by offering a free commercial loaner vehicle.
Remke's Garage, where you won't spend $1,000 to fix a $100 problem. Call for details and to schedule an appointment at 800-5-REMKES or visit remkesgarage.com. Remke's Garage, your diesel headquarters.
Balance of Nature's fruits and vegetables in a capsule, changing the world one life at a time.
This is a good product. I want to keep using it. I plan to be a lifelong customer. I was convinced in the testimonials that I heard, and I wanted to give this a shot, mainly because one of my mindsets is that I believe in preventative maintenance. And I really do believe that Balance of Nature is a very important component of having this product in your body every day. Supports your immune system. It gives you that psychological boost that you're doing something very good for your body. And again, it's something that I plan to take for the rest of my life, every day, without fail. Money well spent. Money well spent.
Right now, Balance of Nature is offering free shipping and 35% off on any new preferred order. Go to balanceofnature.com and receive this special radio offer by using discount code CHICAGO.
Hi, it's Steve Cortez. As you know, our friend Mike Lindell has a passion to help you get the best sleep of your life. And he didn't stop by simply creating the best pillow. Mike also created new Giza Dream bed sheets. They look and feel great, which means an even better night's sleep for me, which is crucial for my busy schedule. Mike found the world's best cotton called Giza, extremely durable. Mike's Giza sheets come with a 60-day money-back guarantee and a 10-year warranty. You will never want to sleep on anything else. Giza Dream Sheets come in a variety of sizes and colors. Mike is making a special offer for my listeners. You get a 2-for-1 low price. Call 1-800-489-0201. Use the promo code STEVE or go to mypillow.com. Make sure you use the promo code STEVE. 1-800-489-0201. Promo code Steve.
For the best night's sleep in the whole wide world, visit mypillow.com.
Black and Right continues on AM 560. Once again, here's John Anthony.
Welcome back to Black and Right on AM 560 The Answer. I'm your host, John Anthony, live in studio with Berlin, the Troublemaker Galloway, and former 14th congressional candidate Jerry Evans. Before the break, we were talking with former state representative Jeannie Ives. Jeannie, we were talking about, we got to pensions, and you were like, wait, let's talk about that. We have to talk about that. So go ahead, Jeannie. What is it about the pension and just how much of a liability it is to the budget?
Well, that's exactly why we have to talk about it, because we are going to be spending on pensions and retiree health care this year alone.
Wow.
And that, when you add all that up, when you add it all up, it really is about 27% of the budget.
Wow.
Now, I mean, when you take that into context, we're only spending about $10.8 billion on education.
Oh.
We're only spending $7.4 billion on human services, another $7.4 billion on health care. When you separate that out like that, it is the largest budget item that we have on pensions and retiree health care.
Wow.
This is not for work that's currently happening. It's for work that happened before. And I understand we have to pay pensions, but not solving the pension problem means you'll have festering budget problems, here on out.
Yeah, I agree.
So, and they kept education, general revenue for education was kept flat. That 2017, new education funding formula that requires $350 million more each year to get up to what they call adequate funding.
Yeah.
It's been flat for 2 years now. They never could sustain that.
How you doing? How you doing, Miss?
Yeah.
How you doing, Miss Ash? This is Verline
good.
Galloway. I agree with everything you're saying about Mike Madigan and the budget and how Illinois has been ran for all of these years. But Mike Madigan's effectively gone now, and I don't think Illinois can fall any further than it has. So I need to know more about the new Speaker of the House and what direction is he planning on taking this state in? Because I think it should only be going up from where we've been. So can you tell me and the listeners more about this new Speaker of the House?
Well, the new Speaker of the House is a representative called Chris Welch, and he entered the General Assembly in January of 2013, just like John and I did. So we know him pretty well. And in my opinion, John, you can tell me if I'm wrong, but I felt like he was one of the most partisan folks on the other side. He's not somebody that I would have reached out to get somebody to help me on a bill that I thought was common sense. Even when I was passing, College of DuPage reform bills that everybody agreed to in the end, it's not somebody I reached for to a vote. He was very, very partisan. He has his own history of, having employment complaints against him when he was the board president for a school board. He has his own domestic abuse charge against him, so to speak. He's got some baggage, and I don't see him actually turning things around. I don't think that when it comes to a budget discussion, I think you'll see more of that gravitate to the governor and to Don Harmon, who's the Senate president. And I think Chris Welch probably is just over his head right now in trying to understand how to even run the committee schedules and everything else that needs to happen that happens in the Speaker's house. That's my impression.
Yeah, thanks, Jeannie. And this is Jerry here. Great talking with you. And I was talking earlier where I've got a two-part question for you, Jeannie. I think the first one is the people in the state need to be reached with a message of truth. And actually what's going on, where there's so many people in the state who don't know what's going on, and the media doesn't do a great job of informing them of all the problems with the Democrat agenda. So 2 parts. How do we, as conservatives and Republicans, reach the state? And then number 2, I think it kind of leads into what you're doing with Breakthrough Ideas. I'd love to hear more about that.
Okay, well, sure. I've always felt that if the voters really understood the decisions being made on them in Springfield and what those policies actually would put in place, and if they also understood the process and how those decisions were being made on their businesses, their schools, their children, everything, then I think that you would have a different result. And I just think that government is so complicated and there's so much of it in the state of Illinois to actually pay attention to that voters are just overwhelmed. And they believe their Democrat politician, and the media is not holding those Democrat politicians accountable for the actual outcomes. And so the cycle just goes on and on. So I think more information is what's needed, and in a way that is frequent and something that they can consume and understand,
and not
written like a white paper.
And
I think that's what our mission is to do.
And I think that's why.
Information.
And I think that's why you started Breakthrough Ideas as well. Correct? Could you talk to us a little bit more about what's the purpose and what's the goal and the mission of Breakthrough Ideas?
Well, the goal, the mission of Breakthrough Ideas is to provide policy information to voters so that they can make more informed choices at the ballot box. And it's also there to hold the media accountable, who writes, writes headlines that are not accurate, that misses most of the facts in key articles. And that's what we're about. We're going to hold the media accountable. We're going to hold the Democrat politicians accountable for their things. We'll hold Republican politicians accountable for the votes they take as well. But it's about providing more information to the voters, because I don't think they know how these decisions are being made on their lives and what the outcome is going to be. And I think that's detrimental.
I agree. So where can people find Breakthrough Ideas? Is it on Facebook? You have a website?
The website should be active starting on Monday, and it's breakthrough-ideas.com. And you can also find us on Facebook right now and on YouTube.
Okay.
And so look for our posts. We try to be informative. We have a number of different digital segments that we have created to bring the message directly to the voters, and so that's what we're up to.
Jeannie Eyes, thanks so much for joining us
Awesome.
on Black and Right.
Thank you for having me.
I always love having you on because I know you're going to get the truth anytime you come on. So I appreciate you always.
All right.
Thank you,
Take
Jeannie.
care.
All right. You're listening to Black and Right on AM 560 The Answer. I'm your host, John Anthony, live in studio with the Troublemaker and Jerry Evans. We'll be right back. Terry Amish, texter, hold the line. We'll take you when we return.
Hi, I'm Jim Boyd, here to tell you about an incredible cost-saving opportunity you should consider for your building, office, or facility. For 30 years, Boyd Electric has been a local 134 electrical contractor providing quality service and technology. We help businesses large and small reap the benefits of energy-efficient lighting products. Boyd Electric has retrofitted hotels, big box stores, hospitals, and car dealerships, and is a total solutions provider that can serve your needs anywhere in the country. With our no capital outlay shared savings program, you can get 100% financing with customer payments based on an agreed upon share of realized energy savings. Once the balance is paid off, you own the equipment and retain the energy savings. Our partnership with manufacturers and our association with ComEd's energy efficiency programs provides you access to products and programs designed specifically to make upgrading your lighting plan an affordable cost-saving option. Boyd Electric, the experience to retrofit your business with the finest LED alternatives. Contact me, Jim Boyd, at 708-952-4500.
Tell me why Relief Factor is so successful in lowering or eliminating pain. I'm often asked that question. Pete and Seth Talbot, the father and son founders of Relief Factor, tell me they believe our bodies were designed to heal. That's right, designed to heal. And now I agree. The doctors who formulated Relief Factor for Pete and Seth selected the 4 best ingredients, 100% drug-free ingredients that each help your body deal with inflammation. That's correct. Each of the 4 ingredients deal with inflammation on a different metabolic pathway. That right there, approaching your pain from 4 different angles, may very well be why so many Americans find such wonderful pain relief. If you have back pain, shoulder, neck, hip, knee, or foot pain from exercise or even just getting older, you must order the 3-week Quick Start now. Discount it to only $19.95 to see if it will work for you too. I think it could. Give your body what it needs to heal itself. Go to ReliefFactor.com, call 800-500-8384, ReliefFactor.com.
It's the show the mainstream media doesn't want you to know about. It's Black and Right with John Anthony on AM 560, The Answer.
Welcome back to Black and Right. How daddy. I don't know what to say about you, man. You keep catching me right at that moment. That's okay, though. I got you. We good. We all good, brother. Welcome back to Black and Right.
What's this we thing?
Welcome back to Black and Right on AM 560, The Answer. Oh, Hop Daddy. I lose my breath sometimes. I'm your host, John Anthony, joined live in studio with Verlon the Troublemaker and Verlon the Troublemaker Galloway and Jerry Evans. Thanks so much for joining me today, guys.
Hey.
You're welcome.
Awesome to be here.
We got a caller. Let's go straight to the phones because Terry, welcome to the Black and Right.
Hi.
Thanks for holding, too.
Okay. Verlon, a little while ago, you said you don't mind watching the NFL, and that's because you're not the one being insulted. But I do hope that you will at least boycott the products they advertise.
See, this is the reason why I don't mind watching NFL, because I'm a Green Bay Packer fan. I'm going to watch the Green Bay Packers play no matter what, and I have a DVR. And I have a DVR. So I've learned that the first 30 minutes are crap. So I pause. I pause it.
You know, that's just like you're.
And I fast forward past all of the commercials and watch the game. I have to make a decision. Am I going to give up on the greatest team in football or not? And I can't do it. I'm sorry. I can't break up with my team.
Oh, you know what? Forget them Packers. What they
love
packing.
the Packers.
You know what?
Move this man.
Let's continue with. Hey, your buddy,
Amish.
the Amish Texter.
Yes.
Amish Texter, welcome to Black and Right.
Hey, glad I could finally call in for the buggy phone. It was on the Fritz here too with the dying battery. Those Amish batteries not as good as those Chinese ones. Hey, my troublemaker buddy, Verlon.
What's going on, Amish?
Hey, and I'm honored to speak with you, Jonathan. I'm glad that you came around.
Thank you.
Thank God that real intelligent thinking independently and ideas always win in the end with intelligent people.
That's it.
Problem is most Democrats are not intelligent people. But anyhow, and I am honored to follow Jeannie Hayes. Oh, my gosh.
Yes.
Illinois, you don't know how lucky you are that you have this woman.
Yes.
I mean, she is incredible. And I got to say, whoever raised her right. And the doggone, West Point, things that have been inculcated in her, and she's got a son now in the Navy. Can't be half bad.
No, that's true. That's true.
But this state, sorry, Verlon, to disagree with you. It's going to get much worse. And what Jeannie was talking about, and with the budget and the pensions are the death knell.
It's the millstone.
There's a 50-ton, anvil brick millstone around that flusher of the state of Illinois, and it don't matter how many Jelly Bellies, it don't matter how many Beetlejuices come, it don't matter. There's going to be nothing but a bunch of moron voters going, hey, what happened? What happened here?
Hey, Amish Texter, we got to get to more calls, but thanks so much for calling. Hey, call in anytime. Call in anytime.
God bless. I will, and I'm posting you on my Facebook, too. So
Let's do it. Thank you. Let's go to David. David, welcome to Black and Right.
Good afternoon. This subject, the budget, like all I hear, I don't hear almost anything in news. And then again, my TV's unplugged. I listen to a lot of radio, but all I hear is there's a budget problem. I never hear it explained. But I think as an outsider, I'm not in government. As an outsider, I think the problem is, one of the main problems is, and I'll give you the solution, is
really quickly
people collecting multiple pensions at the same time.
Yeah.
Like I heard somebody who had like 5 or something like that.
Well, hey, David, David, thanks so much for calling. But when I was signed in for the General Assembly, I declined the pension. So thanks for calling Black and Right. Hey, Tom from Elmwood Park, hold the line. We'll take you in top of the first hour. You're listening to Black and Right on AM 560 The Answer. I'm your host, John Anthony, joined in studio by the troublemaker himself and Jerry Evans. We'll be right back. Don't go anywhere.
This can be your year for reclaiming your smile. Eat, speak, and smile with confidence. If you've been considering traditional dental implants to replace missing teeth or to stabilize loose, uncomfortable dentures, Proto Mini Dental Implants can help. In addition to traditional implant techniques, Proto Mini Dental Implants offers many alternative custom solutions that are quicker, more comfortable, and less expensive. Even if you've been told you can't have implants because of too little bone, you may find out getting beautiful teeth is still possible. Visit protominis.com. That's PROTO minis.com to learn more and schedule a consultation. New secure teeth in your mouth that look, feel, and function just like natural teeth is literally a click or a phone call away. Learn about all the advantages of mini implants by visiting protominis.com, PROTO minis.com, or call 708-581-8181. That's 708-581-8181 for the friendly dental implants. protominis.com.
News, opinion, insight. This is AM 560 The Answer. WIND Chicago. Streaming at 560theanswer.com on the AM 560 mobile app and on radio.com.
A long road ahead to recovery for Texas, but progress is being made. I'm Joe Chiaro, Fox News. Temperatures are finally above freezing in Texas after that Arctic blast caused widespread power outages and shortages in food and water. New York Representative Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez among some lawmakers helping out today at a Houston food bank.
This is not just an issue for Texans. This is an issue for our entire country. And our whole country needs to come and rally together behind the needs of Texans.
Officials are trying to determine what steps need to be taken to avoid a similar disaster. Texas Republican Congressman August Pfluger believes green energy can't be the only power source.
My congressional district has more wind energy than the entire state of California. But when we're talking about energy and the production of it, it's reliability, it's resiliency. And that's what oil and gas gives you. And you can't pick favorites and prop one up.
Power is now restored to most of Texas, but millions of residents are being advised to boil their water. Debate continues on President Biden's $1.9 trillion COVID relief bill. Maryland Democratic Senator Ben Cardin says the package is different than previous bills.
What we do on this $1.9 trillion is target relief to those smaller of the small businesses that are in desperate need with help with grants rather than than loans.
Republicans believe the bill is a wish list that's too expensive. NASA launches a space station supply ship with 4 tons of supplies and equipment.
3, 2, 1. We have engine ignition. Main engine start. And we have liftoff, open and carry for the NG-15 mission.
The SS Katherine Johnson, named after the black NASA mathematician profiled in the movie Hidden Figures. America is listening to Fox News.
Now, your official weather forecast.
This afternoon, mostly sunny and very cold with a high 26. Tonight, becoming cloudy with a low 20. Cloudy still tomorrow with a coating to an inch of snow late and a high 36. Monday, rather cloudy, breezy in the afternoon with a high 36. AccuWeather's Minutecast has expanded to 4 hours. Download the newly redesigned app today. I'm Gregory Patrick on AM 560, The Answer.
Get the latest weather, traffic, and news updates online at 560theanswer.com.
Not comfortable exercising at crowded fitness centers or health clubs, but also realize trying to work out at home isn't working. Or maybe your current program is just not giving you the results you desire. Whatever your situation, Strong Life Personal Training in Barrington is your solution. They feature an immaculately clean, totally private, non-crowded workout environment with just one expert personal trainer and one client per time period. It's like having your own private gym. Now more than ever, it's important to take care of our bodies, be strong, healthy, and build a great immune system. Strong Life Personal Training will help you achieve all this with just 2 30-minute sessions per week. Call their Barrington facility now at 630-862-5176 to schedule a free program consultation and trial session. That's 630-862-5176. Or visit them online at stronglifetraining.com. That's stronglifetraining.com. Your body will thank you for it.
The spread of COVID-19 is still unchecked across the nation, and you need to keep your family safe. Make a new habit and check your temperatures twice a day, once before dinner and before leaving home in the morning. You can't afford to take chances, so use the Exergen Temporal Scanner. Its accuracy is backed by more than 80 clinical studies, and it takes an accurate reading in seconds. It's the only home thermometer used and recommended by hospitals, doctors, and nurses. Quick and easy to use, you can count on Exergen to keep your family safe 24 hours a day.
I struggled with symptoms like frequent gas and stomach pain for years.
I was bloated all the time with daily diarrhea.
At first, I thought it was what I was eating.
I kept thinking it was stomach issues.
So I did my research and talked to my doctor, and we finally uncovered the truth.
It was actually EPI. Exocrine pancreatic insufficiency, or EPI, is a condition where your pancreas is unable to help break down your food.
It can lead to symptoms like diarrhea, gas, bloating, stomach pain, unexplained weight loss, and oily stools.
And EPI symptoms can be confused with those of other common digestive conditions, like irritable bowel syndrome, Crohn's, and celiac disease.
So getting to the right diagnosis meant being more open with my doctor about the severity of my symptoms and how often they were happening.
But there's good news. EPI is manageable, so don't wait any longer. Use the symptom checker at identifyepi.com and schedule a visit or call with your doctor to ask, could I have EPI?
Sponsored by AbbVie.
AM 560, The Answer. Prepare to have your mind opened. The lies of the mainstream media are about to be exposed, and the hypocrisy of the left is about to be revealed. This is a revolution in how you think about politics, race, and culture. You've tuned into Black and Right with John Anthony on AM 560, The Answer.
Welcome back to Hour 2 of Black and Right Radio on AM 560, The Answer. I'm so thrilled to be joined by the troublemaker. I can't get rid of him. As you guys know, this is like his 3rd week in a row. I keep saying no, but he just shows up.
Like a lost puppy. You know, when you drive down the street and you see that puppy, you say, oh.
Troublemaker, how you doing, man?
I'm doing all right. I got a couple of things to talk about. My buddy Tom's on the phone, and I know he wants to talk about Manigan. And I want to talk about something else. I want to get something else started after Tom.
Look at you. And Jerry Evans, owner of Jerry Evans School of Music.
School of Music.
Did I get it right?
I mean, you nailed it.
Wow.
Good job.
See that, George? I can talk sometimes.
This time.
What you guys think about the first hour?
It was great. I love it. I love these wing it shows.
You gotta tell everybody we're winging to the show today.
Because we're naturals.
You see this, Jerry? You see? You're banned.
I'm
You're
kind of
fired.
wondering, is Verlin more actually kind of a spy trying to undercut
I think he
John
is.
Anthony's
I
show?
think he is.
Do we need to have that conversation?
Uh-oh.
No, I'm
Why?
joking. I'm joking.
Do we have to take our shirts off before we come in the studio now?
No.
Check for wires?
No.
No.
Please. I don't want to. No, I don't want to have to unsee that. So no. My buddy Tom from Elmwood Park. What's going on, man? Welcome back to Black and Right.
Hey guys, how are you doing today?
You only call when Verlon's here, though, but that's okay. I'm not gonna feel some kind of way about it.
I'm like a producer. I like to sit back and watch everything, but I appreciate you taking my call, and your show is doing great, and I love it. Everything is good, so I do pay attention. Anyways, I wanted to talk about crooked Michael Madigan, and I did everything that I could without getting in trouble. Illinois Policy, which is another good source that does a lot of things and fights for the people of Illinois, besides Ginny Ives.
Is Matt Proprocki the director there now? Is Matt Proprocki, is he the director of Illinois Policy now?
I have no...
I gotta look that
I don't
up.
know.
Okay, go ahead. Go ahead with your comment.
You're fired.
Well, anyways, with the Illinois Policy, all the cartoons that they put out about Michael Madigan, I put them on Twitter, Facebook, and Parler now, and ClubHub, and just to try to do the fight. And it's a shame what they did to us. Now, as a business owner, not anymore. I want to tell you this: that they started sending out the troops on us, like every 4 months they would come out, the inspectors, and just harass us. One would be a good guy, one would be a bad guy. And it's just not fair. And also, too, because they're grabbing at everything, they hit us with a $75 tobacco license. And I didn't get notified. They came in and they were harassing me about that, and I thought they were going to shut me down. But besides that, the political mafia, they love marijuana
of course
over cigarettes. And it's
more money.
The same principle.
It's more money.
Well, right. And, I remember when Crooked Preckwinkle was attacking about the cigarettes because somebody in her family died, but yet she's happy about the money from the marijuana, which I'm not against marijuana, but I just thought, that's how these Democrats operate, and it's a shame that it's just doing, it's like that.
But Tom,
and
since they forced you out of the business, what's life like now? Do you feel like a weight has been lifted off of your shoulders and you're moving in a new direction and life's looking brighter? Tell me what's going on now. Tell the listeners what's going on.
Well, things do change. Life changes, and I'm getting ready to retire. And, the weight is lifted because you couldn't fight back with the political mafia.
Yeah.
I kept names of all the inspectors as much as possible.
Look at this guy.
Just so I'd be, covered.
Yeah.
But what one thing what I want to say is that what Michael Madigan did to the people of the state of Illinois.
You got 30 seconds. 30 seconds, brother.
He was in charge of the property taxes with the levy and changing that back and forth. So, it was bad on the people. It's just bad. And I'm glad that he's gone. And I don't know how long that 10-year now that they want to do. I don't know how long that's going to last.
All right.
Amen.
Thanks so much for calling in, Tom. Appreciate it.
Okay, thank you.
All right.
Well, I want to give everybody my contribution to Black History Month.
You ain't black.
Well,
you're a Packer fan. How are you black?
Well, you know how it goes. I walk a fine line. Okay, well, I did something for you all so you didn't have to do it. Over Valentine's Day weekend, I went to go see the movie Judas and the Messiah. Okay, I'm going to give you a critic's review of that movie, me as the critic. The movie lacked depth, in my opinion. I wanted to see more of a backstory about Fred Hampton so I could figure out why he chose the path that he did. The director The director.
You eating popcorn or corn or something?
No, I'm smacking my lips. But the director wanted to romanticize socialism and capitalism. You have to see the movie to see what I'm saying, but they made it a righteous thing. I wanted to see more of a story to see, like Malcolm X, to see where he came from, like a petty street criminal Malcolm X did, to becoming the great man that he was. And I wanted to see that from Fred Hampton. So I have a question for everybody out there. Was Fred Hampton, was he a hero or was he a terrorist?
Ooh,
was he an angel or was he a devil? Was he a great uniter or was he an existential threat? Because the director and the producer made it seem like he was a great, a bringer of peace. He was a uniter. That's the way the movie made it look.
Let me break in real quick.
Yes.
Isn't that based upon the eye of the beholder? Who's depending on the person, he could be all those things to all people?
Well, from every documentary that I saw, if you've seen the documentary, you've seen the movie.
Yeah.
But from where they had a couple of twists in the movie that I really don't want to reveal.
You just don't like the communistic angle, the
I
Marxist
don't like
angle
that. I hate that.
they came.
I hate
They
that.
romanticized it.
They
Basically made it okay for black people to, as if Marxism is the way out for black people.
Yes. And they made it seem like capitalism was a bad thing and socialism was a good thing. Because they actually said, we're for socialism.
Yeah.
And they kept calling themselves comrade throughout the whole movie.
The whole movie.
The whole
I watched
movie.
it.
Yeah.
I watched
So what is your honest opinion of it?
You really want my honest opinion?
Yes.
You sure you want that? Really?
Yes.
We gonna fight? No, I'm just kidding. You know, when I thought it was a movie because I grew up knowing Fred Hampton, not knowing him personally, but knowing the story of what he did in the communities and stuff like that, and what the Black Panthers did in Illinois. So I knew that I had that as a backdrop.
But as
what I'm getting tired about with these type of movies, it's as if we're stuck there.
But I got to get your opinion as a police officer. They made the police. They put them in such a bad light.
Yeah.
And the FBI. Now I understand the FBI was doing.
They were doing.
They were
dirty,
doing.
I'm sorry,
what they were doing. They put the plant next to
and
him.
cops were. You know, I'm sorry though. You know, I'm a cop. I believe in standing with cops, but some of the stuff that they did back then, I mean, dude, it
was rough,
man.
It was rough.
I mean, they put people in jail for nothing.
So
I work for the CIA.
Yeah.
So that means that maybe the way out for black people back then was socialism.
Well, capitalism is still the greatest economic engine to thrust people out of any dire strait, in my opinion. I think. Jerry, what are your thoughts?
Yeah, I mean, you know, I haven't seen the movie that you guys are talking about, but you know, I'll put it this way. You know, for me, I'm a really committed Christian, and I love the poor. And I want to say this: is if you love the poor, the best vehicle to get people out of poverty is capitalism. Yeah. It is the free market. And honestly, if you want to take a fair look at what has happened over the past number of decades and century in the world, and how capitalism and the free market has brought people out of poverty worldwide, if you actually want to be honest, instead of being dishonest, but if you actually want to be honest, the way to go is the free market. So I'm a big proponent of the free market. I mean, think about it. I mean, so if you're saying, hey, we want people to get out of poverty, but you're going to take your philosophy from a guy, i.e. Karl Marx, who mooched money off his parents and his wife. Get this. His wife actually said this. I quote this. She said, Carl, if you only had spent more time making capital instead of writing about it, we would have been better off.
Ouch.
Ouch. That's actually a quote from his wife.
I got one more.
And so what I want to say is,
Jerry, hold it. Y'all hold that for the break.
You just got me going here.
Hold it.
My soapbox is bigger now.
See, I got to watch the clock. You guys don't.
Oh, man, we were getting into it.
I thought we could get rid of the clock.
No, I can't do that. Can't do that.
Okay.
So, hey, guys, let's continue this argument, this debate when we return. You're listening to Black and White on AM 560 The Answer. I'm your host, John Anthony, in studio with two troublemakers today. We'll be right back.
Chicago's Morning Answer with Dan Proft and Amy Jacobson.
Since I fancy myself a bit of a relationship expert, I thought maybe we should check in on people's marriages during COVID. 34% of Americans say the pandemic has increased stress in their marriage. I just wonder how people's marriages are.
If you are married, how are you making it work? You turn around and look at your partner, you're like, ooh, I didn't sign up for that.
Start your day with Chicago's Morning Answer. Weekday mornings starting at 5 on AM 560. The Answer.
A great smile can make you feel happy and confident. So when you consciously conserve your teeth, that glowing smile will show through. At Best Dental Group, Doctors Economos, Gavalis, and their staff are ready to help you create that perfect look or maintain the one you have now. Along with general dentistry, Best Dental Group is a multidisciplined practice with an orthodontist, periodontist, and prosthetic specialists on site. They use the newest breakthroughs in dental technology, such as titanium implants, Invisalign clear braces, and laser treatments. Don't let fear get in the way. They can recommend sedation to make your experience as comfortable as possible. Best Dental Group is located in historic downtown Bartlett and is a multilingual office. Call 630-830-4930. That's 630-830-4930. Or visit bestdental.org. Best Dental Group, sharing your conservative values and helping you to conserve your teeth.
Attention all taxpayers. In the midst of the social, economic, and financial crisis facing many Americans, there is some great news for struggling taxpayers unable to pay their back taxes or with unfiled tax returns. Special programs with the IRS may expedite the resolution of your tax problem and may even reduce what you owe by thousands of dollars, even forgiven entirely. If you are facing liens, levies, audits, wage garnishments, or property seizures, you need this timely relief. Community Tax has resolved over $800 million for tens of thousands of struggling taxpayers and businesses for over a decade. Top rated by the Better Business Bureau and Consumer Affairs. With thousands of 5-star reviews, Community Tax knows how to resolve your tax problem with the most savings possible. For a free consultation and to see what you qualify for, call 800-500-5588. 800-500-5588. That's 800-500-5588.
Balance of Nature's fruits and vegetables in a capsule, changing the world one life at a time.
I'm healthy. I want to stay healthy. I like the idea of what the product is all about. I believe in the body's ability to heal itself, and I also believe that fruits and vegetables from God's great earth are the best way to do that. This is derived right from fruits and vegetables, and there's no extra chemicals involved. And I thought, you know what? If I can just keep my immune system super strong, I'm in favor of it. So far, I've been able to avoid any sicknesses, and I just like to stay out ahead of these things.
Get a wide variety of all your daily recommended servings of whole fruits and vegetables without having to leave your home. Right now, Balance of Nature is offering free shipping and 35% off on any new preferred order. Call 1-800-2468-751. That's 800-2468-751. Or go to balanceofnature.com and use discount code CHICAGO.
And now, more Black and Right with John Anthony on AM 560, The Answer.
Welcome back to Black and Right on AM 560, The Answer. I'm your host, John Anthony. My hand is really itchy right now. I need some lotion. I'm in the studio live with my friends. Wow. Too much information, George. No, it's really itchy right now. Like really.
Show some RESPICT.
Hey, I got some lotion. I brought some with me.
Nice. Nice.
In the studio with Verlon Galloway and Jerry Evans. I told you I was tired today.
It's all right. It's all right.
We got you, John.
We got you.
We got the energy for you.
And
for the listeners.
We go from we're going to hold that conversation because we now have an Irishman on the phone.
Oh. But it's a good Irishman.
It's a good Irishman.
It's a great guy.
Depending on the day of the week. Depending on the day of the week of which if he's a good Irishman.
I'm going to believe the best about him.
Okay, all right.
I'm going to say every day.
Tom McCullough, former candidate for the 49th State Senate District. Is the 49th, right, Tom?
It was the 49th. I was going to get on my potato boat and come out there and see you guys for the show, but, you know.
It's probably, you probably wouldn't make it. Too much snow, brother. So, Tom, you guys are basically stirring up the pot. I thought Larry Smith.
We're having fun.
I thought Larry Smith and George Pearson were stirring up the pot. But today you guys had an event with Scott Pressler. What was this event about? What was the purpose of it?
So the event was to get volunteers out to register new voters inside of Adam Kinzinger's district to help secure a primary win against one of the most traitorous Republicans we have.
Wait, I thought it was a militia, right-wing militia group meeting. Is that's
Well,
that's
I mean,
different
if you
than-
listen to David Welter and Sue Resin when she called the Shorewood Police Department to let them know there was a bunch of right-wing extremists, and they actually had to have police here in the morning. Oh, it was crazy. We had our venue canceled last minute due to some fictitious COVID thing. So we had to find a new venue last night. And Scooter's Roadhouse, who's been open the entire time, was like, absolutely, we'll be here at 9 o'clock in the morning ready for you guys to go. Just bring coffee and donuts for people. So they had it here, and at 9 in the morning, we had Shorewood Police in front of this saying that they heard that there's right-wing extremists who are anti-Kinzinger and then pro-Kinzinger people were going to be in here, and there's going to be fighting, and everybody's armed, like all this crazy stuff. So we handled it. We settled it down.
I tell you.
So even with the change of address, we had 200 people show up today,
Whoa.
189 to be exact.
Wow.
And everybody's here. They're fired up. Everybody learned how to register new voters. Everybody knows where to go to find people, to get people registered to vote, how to talk to people, and how to get the people that forgot that we live in a constitutional republic out of office.
I want to ask. How you doing today? This is Verlon Galloway. I want to ask you a simple question.
Hey.
I don't know if you were listening earlier, but I want to know: are we playing the left's game? Because I understand the vitriol for Kissinger right now. I'm not necessarily for or against him because he did.
You don't live in Illinois.
He did. No, I don't. But I still pay attention. I grew up here. But he did vote with Donald Trump 95% of the time. Even though he spoke out against him a lot of the time too, he still voted 95% the right way. Are we participating in cancel culture? Because when you get to canceling people like Nikki Haley, I kind of have to get off the bandwagon because she stood with Trump on every issue and took a lot of heat for Trump when it came to the gender card and when it came to the race card. So are we playing the left's game?
No, so I didn't have too big of an issue when Adam was voting against Trump or he was going against Trump. I understand Trump's a very divisive person. The biggest issue I took, and I'm taking a page out of George Pearson's book, is that when he started raising money to primary other Republicans. So Adam Kinzinger is raising money nationally to go out and primary other Republicans that he doesn't necessarily align with. And he's taking in donations to primary other people who should be stalwart party allies in D.C., and he's trying to primary them out of office. So he's raising money to go against the Republican Party in general. So he is doing everything that a Republican shouldn't do, and that was my last straw, and now I am full-heartedly in to get him out of office. Because Republicans shouldn't do that to each other, and we eat our own too much, and we should be the party of we and not the party of me anymore. So when people do things like that, he forgets that he represents an electorate and he's not a dictator in office and dictating to his electorate how he should vote. It should be the other way around. So he's lost the voice for his district, and he's also raising money against other Republicans. And that, to me, that was the last straw. And that now I'm all in to get rid of somebody that's going to do that to other people. If you want to vote against Trump, you want to vote against the other party stalwarts, go for it. We live in America. We are supposed to have discussions and have differing opinions. We all shouldn't be marching to party lines. That's how we have better ideas come out of the situation. But when you raise money to do that, it's time for you to go.
Yeah, Tom. And Tom, this is Jerry here. Great talking with you, man. And by the way, I believe you're a good Irishman every day. So.
Thank you. I appreciate that. Thank you.
Yeah, man.
I'll pay for that later.
You lie.
And so Tom, thanks so much for what you're doing. And I think that, for me, I would say that, hey, it's not cancel culture if you're going to stand up and go ahead and run against someone or work for someone or against someone in a primary. I think it's just a democratic process. And so for those people out there who are also upset about how Adam Kinzinger has flip-flopped on certain things and not stood up for their values, I think it's important for how do people know how to vote in the primary? How do they know how to get involved in that primary process? Because there's so many people who don't necessarily get involved then. And I think they should, and I think it's great.
Well, I think the more people we have in a primary, it lets the cream rise to the top. And but it's doing education. A lot of people don't know what the primary process is. A lot of people were giving me flack before the event saying, oh, how can you support somebody? I'm like, no, the primary means that you have somebody to run in a pool against them. So there's a big education gap that we have.
And that's the whole point for today. That's the whole point of the event.
That's the whole point for today is to teach people how to get out there, how to get new voters, how to run for office, where to go to meet their local county elected officials, to go to their Republican organizations and meet their precinct committeemen, and how that whole system is set up and how to do that. And a lot of people didn't know who their county chairs were. And we're out Googling, okay, this is your LaSalle County person, this is that, these are the phone numbers you need to have, and this is how you go out there and you actually do things. But it's bringing more people into the establishment Republican Party and into the established political systems that are out there to help us, to help everybody else get the primaries, get the votes, go door to door, knock, and educate voters so we don't have a cluster like Chicago is, where they're stuck inside that culture for so long. They don't even know that there's a light at the end of the tunnel. And we're trying to bring people those flashlights to show everybody.
And Tom, see, I differ a bit from you when it comes to what made me upset with what Kinzinger did, because it wasn't the him hitting Trump. It wasn't him voting for impeachment. Although I despised it, because I thought both of the impeachments were unconstitutional, and I felt like if you swore to uphold the Constitution, how could you vote for that impeachment? But the thing that got me the most was when he turned it from Trump to Trump voters.
Yeah.
That's what got me irked and really started saying, what the heck is happening here? You can focus on Trump all day long, but leave the voters alone, because guess what? A lot of these people that came to the party, they've never been part of a party apparatus ever in their lives. So they don't understand all of this. And so that's where I got, really pissed. And one of the questions did you put this event on? Because so many people are blaming you for putting this event on. Was this your event? Did you put this event on?
No, Scott Pressler, Rob Cruz, they were putting the event on, and they, anytime I do an event, we get a couple hundred people out, so I help them get the attendance up, and next thing you know, I'm getting called every name in the book for doing it. And so, I'm here to help the cause. And I wanted to touch on what you said, because me and you have had this conversation multiple times that freedom of speech is under attack. And Adam Kinzinger and a lot of the left-wing liberals, they're trying to take people's voice away. And when you push people to talk in the dark, and you push people away from Facebook and other groups, and you censor them or you take them off that, all you're doing is raising that temperature. You're not unifying anybody. You're pushing the radicals further away, and you're taking away that pressure release valve that the freedom of speech is. Yeah. And in the first time in history, the leader of the free world was censored.
Yeah.
What does that say to free world, to other fledgling democracies in Africa and other countries where they're just starting off as a democracy?
Tom,
and freedom of speech was taken away.
Tom, I'm gonna be the bigger man. You and John win. After hearing you and John talk, I'm like, wow. He's now with your argument about him primarying people. It depends on who he primaries. But with John's,
I agree with that too.
Yeah, but with John's argument that he turned his argument against Trump voters, that got me. So I'm gonna be the bigger man. I'm not ashamed to apologize on national radio.
Did he just say I won something?
You won. You won.
Villan, did
I'm
you
gonna put this in the calendar? Yeah, we're gonna have to put this on something. Are you getting the word? I think I'll give you a gold medal later.
Hey, Tom, thanks so much for calling. Maybe next week. Won't be here next week. The following week, maybe you can finally come into the studio. We'll see about that.
You've been promising me that, since running for state senate. You're like, I'll have you in the studio.
I gotta go.
Happened.
Goodbye. Goodbye.
Bye, guys.
See you, Tom.
Have a great day.
And wherever Adam Quislinger is, Jerry. Adam Quislinger. Hey, you listen to Black and White on AM 560 Answer. We'll be right back.
With all the noise and political spin of the news cycle, it's easy for the things that really matter to get lost. Sources with knowledge cuts through all the clutter to bring you biting commentary on the week's events. Tomorrow afternoon at 3, your hosts Eric Cohn and Joe Kaiser bring you insight on politics and policy, as well as culture, sports, food, and everything else you need, so you can understand what's happened this week. It's Sources with Knowledge. Tomorrow afternoon at 3, right here on AM 560. The Answer.
Fox News, I'm Roger Stern. Electricity has been returning in Texas with this week's polar blast now gone. But many folks still can't drink the tap water.
About half the state, 15 million residents, are under a boil water notice. If you go to grocery stores, there's been a rush on bottled water.
Fox's Grady Trimble. At least one Texas official says the state should have made sure that its power grid was properly protected against the cold.
3, 2, 1.
Northrop Grumman today successfully launched a cargo ship bound for the International Space Station.
We have liftoff up in Terry for the NG-15 mission.
That audio from NASA TV. The ship is named after Katherine Johnson. She was an African-American NASA mathematician whose accomplishments were overlooked until the movie Hidden Figures. America is listening to Fox News.
Parents, let's be honest. Many high school and college-age kids seem to have little direction these days. That might be true for your son or daughter. They spend a lot of time gaming, hanging with friends, but nothing seems to lead them on a path to adulthood. You may want them to go to a 4-year university, but their grades just don't warrant it. Their lack of passion and direction makes you wonder if a 4-year university would even be a wise investment. Here's a better route to consider. The Full Stack Software Development Program from Steve Wozniak, available through SalemCareerHub.com. They'll learn real-life work skills that are marketable and in high demand right now. And at SalemCareerHub.com, you can sign up for these courses at 50% off their regular price. Talk it over with your kids and get them out of the basement. They're probably as anxious as you are to move forward and just need a little push. The place to start? SalemCareerHub.com. You can also call 866-711-6275. 866-711-6275 or SalemCareerHub.com.
For 25 years, Turnkey IT has been serving the business community by providing reliable IT solutions. Today, we're expanding into consulting. Turnkey Consulting provides top-tier consulting expertise to help you grow your business and figure out where and how to make money. We uncover important data to guide your decisions and put you leaps and bounds ahead of the competition. As an intro to our team, we've designed an opportunity scorecard to analyze your current offerings and find the sweet spots that translate into profits. The scorecard takes 2 weeks to complete and identifies specific growth and improvement opportunities for your business. During this introductory period, Turnkey is offering the scorecard at 50% off standard rates, making it easy to help your business find the growth and profits that may be hiding in plain sight. IT services are still the cornerstone of Turnkey, but now Turnkey IT is simply Turnkey. Small business champions and so much more than an IT company, helping our customers thrive and drive their businesses forward.
Visit turnkey.pro today. Turnkey.pro.
This can be your year for reclaiming your smile. Eat, speak, and smile with confidence. If you've been considering traditional dental implants to replace missing teeth or to stabilize loose, uncomfortable dentures, Proto Mini Dental Implants can help. In addition to traditional implant techniques, Proto Mini Dental Implants offers many alternative custom solutions that are quicker, more comfortable, and less expensive. Even if you've been told you can't have implants because of too little bone, you may find out getting beautiful teeth is still possible. Visit ProtoMinis.com. That's Proto Minis.com to learn more and schedule a consultation. New secure teeth in your mouth that look, feel, and function just like natural teeth is literally a click or a phone call away. Learn about all the advantages of mini implants by visiting ProtoMinis.com, Proto Minis.com, or call 708-581-8181. That's 708-581-8181 for the friendly dental implants. ProtoMinis.com.
Tell me why Relief Factor is so successful in lowering or eliminating pain. I'm often asked that question. Pete and Seth Talbot, the father and son founders of Relief Factor, tell me they believe our bodies were designed to heal. That's right, designed to heal. And now I agree. The doctors who formulated Relief Factor for Pete and Seth selected the 4 best ingredients, 100% drug-free ingredients that each help your body deal with inflammation. That's correct. Each of the 4 ingredients deal with inflammation on a different metabolic pathway. That right there, approaching your pain from 4 different angles, may very well be why so many Americans find such wonderful pain relief. If you have back pain, shoulder, neck, hip, knee, or foot pain from exercise or even just getting older, you must order the 3-week Quick Start now. Discounted to only $19.95 to see if it will work for you too. I think it could. Give your body what it needs to heal itself. Go to ReliefFactor.com, call 800-500-8384. ReliefFactor.com.
This is Black and Right with John Anthony on AM 560. The Answer.
Welcome back to Black and White on AM 560 The Answer. I'm your host, John Anthony, live in studio with my good man, my brother from another mother, Verlon, the troublemaker.
Did I start enough trouble today?
No, you ain't really gotten into a lot of trouble. Because you agree with me. That just wiped out any trouble you did.
Well, I was hoping some people called and
You
took me on
we
about
got-
some things.
And I think we might have somebody on that on the call line that might want to,
I want
challenge
to see.
what
I
you
love
have to do.
Tony. I love Tony.
And Jerry Evans, thanks so much for joining us today, brother.
Yeah, it's an honor to be on the program.
We got the chalk and swirl going on up in here.
Yeah,
baby.
we got a great situation here.
Or is it the
and,
vanilla swirl?
Oreo.
I don't know. I'm gonna let you guys. let you guys go there. I don't know.
He's like,
See
man,
what I mean? See, we just talked about that. He's gonna watch what he says.
We need. What's his name? Bill Barr. What's his name? Barr. George. What's the comedian's name? We need him in here now.
Yeah, that would be Burr.
Burr. Bill Burr. Bill Burr. He's married. I think he's married to a black lady. So he's a comedian.
Yeah.
I've watched a couple of his. The dude is funny. Yeah. But uh-oh.
Yes. Yes.
Uh-oh.
Yes. I got Phil from
Here we
Blue
go.
Island. Philip.
Hey, Tony, hold the line. We got to take Philip from Blue Island.
Yes.
Philip, welcome back to Black and White.
Hey, what's happening?
What's up, brother?
Philip, I just gotta say, I'm glad I'm not talking past you. I'm gonna do you just like I did Ron. Now I'm talking to you, and it's an honor. Thank you for calling in.
My man, is that Berlin?
Yeah, that's Verlon.
Oh my God, this is the day. We're talking. I'm gonna talk real quick about bankruptcy.
Go ahead.
Right? When it applies to Trump, everything that he touches professionally, financially, and otherwise, it ends up bankrupt. He touched the Republican Party. Did he do the same thing to the Republican Party?
No, not in my opinion.
No?
Verlon?
No,
Jerry.
No, he didn't.
Explain.
Yeah,
Explain how.
Yeah, explain.
Explain. I mean, again, you got McConnell talking about just disregard it. Well, the best thing we could do is not listen to him. He had the Republican Party basically attack the capital of the United States of America.
Here we go.
Here we go.
Here we go. No, he did
What?
not.
No,
Philip.
I mean, that wasn't the Republican Party?
No, it wasn't the Republican Party attacking the Capitol. Those are a few jerks, and to make everybody look bad because people like you on the left groups everybody. We just was having this conversation off the microphone.
Yep.
You group everybody in one category, all white people in one category. It was about maybe 200 or 300 people that lost their mind, and we had agitators out there. Even though people like you don't want to admit, there was a few Black Lives Matter and Antifa's out there, along with the Proud Boys, and they all got together and lost their minds. But the majority of the 200,000-300,000 people out there were peacefully protesting.
I think it was 500,000.
What happened? What happened when CNN was saying it was mostly peaceful protests when they were burning down businesses all around America?
Let him answer. Let him answer,
Those are
Verlon.
two different. Come on. You're filibustering now.
Right. Let him answer. Go ahead, Phil.
But I'm just saying. Look, when it comes to what happened downtown in Chicago, there was reason. Like Kaepernick, that was the reason behind that.
Oh my God! There's a reason for destruction.
This thing that happened at the was there a reason behind what they did at the Capitol?
Wait! I got. Okay,
You'll shoot your eye out, kid.
Philip, I got one question. I got one question for you. I want you to answer it because me and my brother got into it about this, and we came to common ground. Was what Black Lives Matter and Antifa did terrorism under the definition of anarchy in the dictionary, as same as the riot at the Capitol building? Was both incidences terrorism?
Oh, good question.
Was both incidents when it got violent, when it got into destroying property? So what Trump did at
he didn't do anything. He didn't do anything.
Let him finish.
Okay, all right.
No, when he wanted to walk and hold the Bible upside down at that church outside the White House, and these were peaceful protesters, and when he smoke bombed them and all these things that he trampled them with horses and all this stuff, was that terrorism?
Do you understand?
Wait, hold on. Hey, Philip. You really got to check out from the mainstream media because they feed the corporate media. Let me get it correct. Because they feed you information that it's truly not the point.
That's why it was a question.
Right. But what I'm saying is they feed you because that's not what happened when Trump walked out there with the Bible. But the media fed you that, and yet you believed it. But that's not what happened. But I gotta go, Philip. You know it's always magical when you call, brother. Thanks so much for calling.
I hope he's still listening. I just want to give him a little history lesson. Philip, do you remember Gerald Ford? He got shot about 3 times, president, letting people walk all around him. Do you remember Ronald Reagan got shot, letting people be all around him? We don't let presidents walk through crowds anymore. You do smoke bomb them if they don't want to back up and obey the rules.
But that's not what happened, though. The actual guy in charge of the grounds said that that's not what happened. They were actually throwing stuff at the guards.
I know.
But, the media somehow left that part out.
Yeah.
Missed it by that much.
That's right. Wow, Verlon, the troublemaker came out.
It was time. See, that's why I love progressives when they call.
Well, I love when Philip calls in, though. The first time that he called in, I kind of, slapped at him, and I apologized to him on the air. But I love when people of different opinions call this show, and we can have this discussion. Philip, thanks for listening. Tony, Eduardo, Sean, hold the line. We'll take your calls when we return. You're listening to Black and White on AM 560, The Answer. Holla.
When you're buying a house, condominium, apartment building, or commercial property, or need to locate a leak or check up on remodeling work, Decker Home Services can help. They're the North Shore's most trusted home inspectors and serve the entire Chicagoland area. Will Decker, the owner of Decker Home Services, is a certified master inspector, instructor, and a member of the National Association of Certified Home Inspectors. That means you'll get a thorough inspection of the property and a complete picture of what's needed. Decker Home Services will fully educate you about the current condition of a property so you know what you're getting into, as well as how to maintain it. You'll get the benefit of their extensive training and the latest inspection technologies, including thermal imaging, detailed and a comprehensive written report. Visit DeckerHomeservices.com, DeckerHomeservices.com, or call 847-676-8393, or visit NACHIChicago.org to find other certified professionals.
Balance of Nature's fruits and vegetables in a capsule, changing the world one life at a time.
Oh my goodness, it is amazing. Within the first day that I started taking the 3 capsules, I felt a difference in my energy level. I've never had anything hit me that quickly. I take a walk every day because I have enough energy now to take a walk. And I ran into a neighbor. She was asking me, what in the world have you been doing? You look wonderful. You're losing weight and you look great and your color is just wonderful. And I said, it's this product. And I told her all about it. So it's an amazing product and God bless you for coming up with it.
Right now, Balance of Nature is offering free shipping and 35% off on any new preferred order. Call 1-800-2468-751 or go to balanceofnature.com and use discount code Chicago.
I struggled with symptoms like frequent gas and stomach pain for years.
I was bloated all the time with daily diarrhea.
At first, I thought it was what I was eating.
I kept thinking it was stomach issues.
So I did my research and talked to my doctor, and we finally uncovered the truth.
It was actually EPI. Exocrine pancreatic insufficiency, or EPI, is a condition where your pancreas is unable to help break down your food.
It can lead to symptoms like diarrhea, gas, bloating, stomach pain, unexplained weight loss, and oily stools.
And EPI symptoms can be confused with those of other common digestive conditions, like irritable bowel syndrome, Crohn's, and celiac disease.
So getting to the right diagnosis meant being more open with my doctor about the severity of my symptoms and how often they were happening.
But there's good news. EPI is manageable, so don't wait any longer. Use the symptom checker at identifyepi.com and schedule a visit or call with your doctor to ask, could I have EPI?
Sponsored by AbbVie.
This is Black and Right with John Anthony on AM 560, The Answer.
Welcome back to Black and Right on AM 560, The Answer. I'm your host, John Anthony, live in the studio with my friend Verlon, the troublemaker, Galloway, and Jerry Evans, owner of Jerry Evans School of Music. Guys, Verlon, you all right over there?
I love that. I love it.
I do too. But let's go right back to the phone lines. Tony, welcome back to Black and Right. Thanks for holding.
Hello there.
Turn your radio down for me.
How you doing? Oh, my radio's not on.
Okay, I got feedback.
Okay.
get feedback. Oh, now.
There we go. What's going on?
Any better?
That's better. Go ahead.
Okay, real quick. To answer Verlon's question, are we playing into the hands of the Democrats by going after Republicans? My response is very, very simple. The Republicans are playing into the hands of the Democrats by being cowards.
Woo, there it is.
Plain and simple.
Plain and simple.
Bottom line.
Yeah.
They have got to be all voted out. Okay? And here's the thing. Yeah, we should go ahead and primary them and get some good people in. But if that doesn't work, then the Republican Party just has to go. I mean, I'd rather have some logical-minded Democrats in office than some cowardly Republicans.
Wow.
I mean, I think of a guy like Ken Duncan as a good example.
Yeah, that's my buddy.
You know?
Love him.
Yeah. So I mean, that's what you have to do. You've got to vote these people out. And by the way, don't wait until 2022. Get them out now if it's possible, starting with Adam Kinzinger. There's got to be some other way to get these guys out. They have to be punished. Everything that is evil in our country right now is because of the cowardice of Republicans. It's been this way for the last 30, 40, 50 years. They have to be punished. None of this perfectionism garbage. None of this, we gotta have higher minds and all this other nonsense. Drop that stuff. Do you want to win, or do you want to feel good about yourself?
They love to be in the loss column. You know, it's easier being the opposition. Thanks so much for calling, Tony.
I agree with Tony.
It's easy to be in the opposition, right?
Yeah.
Eduardo, welcome back to Black and Right.
Yeah, good afternoon, guys. Well, I'm hoping that the next bill is not going to have any aid for the blue states, because you saw what Mayor Lightfoot did with the vaccine money. She sent it over to the police.
Oh, yeah, I saw that.
Yeah.
I saw that.
Yeah.
I mean, how was she able? Wasn't that money earmarked?
No,
I believe so.
No, it wasn't. earmarked?
No. You know, it was given to her on blind faith, and this is what Trump was talking about. I'm not going to bail out the states because we know you're going to use it for pensions and other projects.
Yep.
It's not going to go where it's supposed to go. See, they just proved it.
Eduardo, that's a great point. Thanks so much for calling us.
Yeah, thank you. Have a good week.
All right. Let's go back to the phone line. Sean, welcome back to Black and Right.
How you doing today?
I'm doing well.
No, that's good. I might not agree with you, but I'm glad brothers got a show.
Thank you so much. Appreciate it.
Now, explain it to me, because I'm 62 years old. That if a man says he's the least racist man in the room on a debate, what did he just admit to?
Being the most racist? Is that what you're trying to say?
No, he said he's the least racist. It's like being a little bit pregnant.
Well, Sean? Let's okay. Let me take it this. Let me take this tack to you. Prior to running for president, did you like Donald Trump?
No.
Okay.
Because he said he only wanted Jews to handle his money and his casinos and stuff.
Where
that's documented in books.
Oh, it's in books, but is it truth? Because anybody can say anything.
Let me give you a little bit lesson before I get off.
Oh, go ahead, please.
Jackie Robinson was a Republican.
Yeah.
And he backed Nixon. And Dr. King got arrested. And Jackie went to Nixon and said, "Can you pull a few strings to get him off, because they're going to put him on one of those chain gangs?" And he said, "I don't do any grandstanding. I let the states handle it."
Okay.
So he found out that Joe Kennedy pulled strings to get King off that chain gang, because he could have got shot.
Well,
that's what Jackie Robinson said. He became a Democrat.
Aren't you being a little bit of a hypocrite right now? Because it's okay for black people to say besmirch white people and say disparaging things about white people, but when a white person says anything that vaguely can be interpreted as racist, you jump down their throat. You got Jesse Jackson for years talking about Hymietown. Yeah. You got Al Sharpton talking about I don't even want to repeat what he said, but it was back when he was wearing a perm and he talked about Jews and put Jews down in the ground. I can go issue after issue and person after person, but every time a black person says nothing, it's like, oh, it's okay because we've been kept down for so long. But when a white person,
perm?
He had a perm. He used to be, his nickname was Big Perm. But but when a white person says a word that you even think could be racist, you want to jump down.
Let him answer.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Sean.
Well, I think blacks do got a right to do that. It was my dad got hired in the mill because of not because of they wanted him there. It took a black. It was 1955 when they went down to the gate and said, "You can go in. You go home."
Yeah.
That helped my family.
You heard what he said.
My
He's
family
62.
and 10 family members get in and got good union-paying jobs. Not them jobs Trump was talking about when he had his job reports.
But see, I think you laid the groundwork for us when you said you These are your words. I'm 62. You come from a different age, and different things were happening totally different then than they are happening now. Because I'm going to tell you, and thanks. I got to go, but thanks so much for calling, Sean. When you look at what's happening now, and this is the argument. This is why people hate black conservatives and black Republicans, because we don't look. We allow the past to be the bedrock where we remember what happened. We don't allow what happened to dictate who we can become now. Right. And I get Sean's 62 years old. He's from an era where he saw his dad. He might have saw his dad get whipped with a billy club from cops. Respect. I respect that. I respect what he had to endure at that time, possibly, hypothetically. But today, nobody can stop me from being great. Me. I'm the only one. My biggest enemy has always been John Anthony. That's always been my biggest enemy. Me. What's right between these ears? Not some white man, not some institution, me. You listening to Black and Right, AM 560 Answer. We'll be right back. Jim, hold the line. I'll take your call. But I want to play this audio clip that I found for Barack Obama. We'll be right back.
I'm good enough, I'm smart enough, and doggone it, people like me.
Hi, it's Steve Cortez. As you know, our friend Mike Lindell has a passion to help you get the best sleep of your life. And he didn't stop by simply creating the best pillow. Mike also created new Giza Dream bed sheets. They look and feel great, which means an even better night's sleep for me, which is crucial for my busy schedule. Mike found the world's best cotton called Giza. It's ultra soft and breathable, but extremely durable. Mike's Giza sheets come with a 60-day money-back guarantee and a 10-year warranty. You will never want to sleep on anything else. Giza Dream Sheets come in a variety of sizes and colors. Mike is making a special offer for my listeners. You get a 2-for-1 low price. Call 1-800-489-0201. Use the promo code STEVE or go to mypillow.com. Make sure you use the promo code STEVE. 1-800-489-0201. Promo code Steve.
For the best night's sleep in the whole wide world, visit mypillow.com.
Flextronics International USA Incorporated seeks an HR business partner in Buffalo Grove, Illinois to partner with the general manager and report to HR manager in assisting with the development deployment of strategic planning objectives to build a dynamic organization that delivers significant and sustainable growth. Assist with HR communications and training of managers on new programs, systems and processes as required. Will manage and resolve complex employee relations issues and conduct effective, thorough and objective investigations. Analyze trends and metrics to develop solutions and/or retention strategies. Schedule employee onboarding processes. Plan new employee orientation by utilizing HR resources such as HR Portal to enable a seamless onboarding experience allowing insight to the Flextronics goals and culture. Supervises one HR generalist. Submit resume to christy.rockway@flex.com and reference job number 200. Again, submit resume to christy.rockway@flex.com and reference job number 200. No phone calls.
Back to Black and Right with John Anthony on AM 560. The Answer.
Welcome back to Black and Right on AM 560. The Answer. I'm your host, John Anthony. I think we are all, we've been fired up today. We've been really fired up today.
I didn't even have to be a ref between you guys.
No, you didn't. Well, no, we kind of agree.
Almost.
Today.
Yeah, we agree.
Let's go right back to the lines because I want to play this audio clip right after this call of something I found on Barack Obama, and I don't know how I didn't hear this before. Jim, welcome back to Black and Right, buddy.
How you guys doing? Good show as usual.
Thank you, sir.
It's always a pleasure. There's two bad bills. Looks like they're going to be passing here in Illinois. One is this culturally responsive education, and then the other one is this police bill, this crime bill, that's going to basically make it legal if somebody, let's say if you have an Amazon delivery on your front stoop, if somebody steals it and you call the cops, they can't be arrested for it.
Yeah, I agree.
Wow.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
John.
Anyway.
Wow.
Oh, it's nuts. And then also for all these Black Lives Matter supporters, there are these people. I think I'm reading that the Gates Foundation is saying something like math is a racist type of a policy. So if a black kid wants to get a job being a cashier, if he doesn't know math, well, then I guess he won't be of any value to the owner of the business if he can't count a change correctly, for example.
Wow.
You know, and all this other stuff. It's so stupid. These kids are being mal-educated.
I agree.
And I just tell people, keep your kids out of these public schools known as cesspools.
Thanks so much for calling, Jim.
Thanks, Jim.
Thank
you. know, I don't know how I didn't hear this interview with Barack Obama. What's the guy? Stephen Colbert, I think it was. We short on time, so I'm going to go right in and play it if I can ever get to it. George, can you play that Barack Obama?
We missed you.
Thank you.
These last 4 years. Did you miss you? Did you ever look at something going on in the news and go, you know what the situation needs? Go Barack Obama.
I've said this before. People would ask me, knowing what you know now, do you wish like you had a third term? And I used to say, you know what? If I could make an arrangement where I had a stand-in, a front man or front woman, and they had an earpiece in, and I was just in my basement in my sweats, looking through the stuff, and then I could sort of deliver the lines, but somebody else was doing all the talking and ceremony. Wow. I'd be fine with that because I found the work fascinating. I mean, I write about the even on my worst days, I found puzzling out, you know, these big, complicated, difficult issues, especially if you were working with some great people, to be professionally really satisfying. But I do not miss having to wear a tie every day.
God.
Wow.
10 seconds. Verlon, what do you feel about that?
That's Joe Biden. He's describing Joe Biden right now.
Is that what we have now?
I mean, right now, some people would say that this administration is Barack Obama 2.0. I would say it's 5 million 0.0.
I agree. Jerry, parting shots. You got 20 seconds.
Parting shots is I would say this. I think for a lot of Republicans and conservatives out there, I know we're having a tough time because of all the things going on. But I would say I have two words for you. First one is hope. I think there's definitely hope in order. The second thing I have for you is there is a backlash coming.
Yeah.
And you best hop on the train right now.
There it is. Verlon.
We don't need another wishy-washy Republican in office. Rance Previous is trying to run for governor of Wisconsin. Sheriff David Clark, where are you? We need you in Wisconsin. We need a conservative. Please come back and run for governor.
We need to. You know, I didn't have time to play the two clips, audio clips of one with Joe Biden, how he talked about African Americans not knowing how to use the internet. And then I also had one that, and I may post it on my social media. I may post it on my social media of how Trump talked about blacks. It was just two totally different ways they did it. You know, I want to thank Jeannie Eyes. I want to thank Tom McCullough. I want to thank all of the people that tune in every week to listen to this show. I really appreciate it. Jerry, thanks so much for joining us today. The Troublemaker, you got to get that T-shirt. I want one.
I am.
George, thanks so much, buddy. I love it when you're here.
Thank you for coming. I'll see you in hell.
Oh, no, I'm going to heaven. See you next week. Don't go. Hey, love you.
Peace out.
Take charge of any situation on the road ahead with Start-All Jump Pack and Portable Power Bank. With the lightweight lithium-ion Start-All Jump Pack, you're guaranteed portable power when you need it most. Never be stranded again. Whether you've left your headlights on, your engine won't start in the cold, need to fix a flat tire,